Hey guys, it's Tom. It's 6 o'clock, a few minutes after on the East Coast here, and I completely forgot. I am calling a semifinal game in Dennis's Battle Royale League between Dale's Ashland Eagles and Dennis's Seattle something or others. Usually it's the Shuriken in the summer. He might just be the Seahawks in the Modern League. I may never know because it just says Seattle right here. Ashland, Seattle. I should be able to see that somewhere, right? Oh, still says Seattle. Still says Seattle. I can't get the team name anywhere here. So this is the Battle Royale League. Dennis runs it every spring, and this is a semifinal game. I really don't play Battle Royale anymore. I do play Summer Sprint. This is the modern league, but they play with the old-fashioned rules. So you're getting 2016 football played as if it was 1986. Or sometimes it feels like 1976. I don't know. Maybe 1980. No dump off, no white die 6. Much fewer completed passes. If you're into that sort of thing, if you enjoy watching passes be completed, this is probably not the rule set for you. There's a 12-yard completion from Marcus Mariota to Ed Dixon. Now Dennis was somehow denied Russell Wilson in this draft, so we had to settle for another young, mobile West Coast quarterback. So it's Marcus Mariota at the helm with Spencer Ware as the running back. He's got the Kansas City running backs. I was looking over Dennis's team the other day. It's a strong team. And, of course, he's a strong coach. His team went 13-2 in the regular season. Greg Olson is the right tight end. Mike Evans is split out wide left. Tyreek Hill at flanker. Off tackle right for Spencer Ware. Defense showing blitz stroke gain. Spencer Ware's card, 18 yards. The Spencer Ware card are the one the year before it. Two very good cards. Two excellent cards. And then he's out next year with injury in Strat. But Dennis has gotten his money's worth out of these two Spencer Ware cards, that's for sure. Travis Mike Evans guessed correctly, 14 yards in the first down. I had completely forgotten about this game, even though I just asked Dennis yesterday about it. I was just kind of chilling and having my day. I was about to listen to another Eric Clapton song, but that'll have to wait. First and 10 for the Seahawks at the Ashland 32. Working their way across midfield, no problem. Linebacker Spencer Ware. Defense calls run, but totally vacates with the inside linebackers. Double box was in play, as was the single box on a 7th. That'll have to settle for a 5-yard gain. On 11 on his card guest right. I haven't called a game in a while. I've watched some games. I was watching Michael Reeves' games to try to give him some coaching pointers. And then they gave him all the coaching pointers, then he won 4 straight games. So I can pat myself on the back even when the other guy does good, including beating me. Linebacker Spencer Ware. 5 yards in the first down. 3 carries, 28 yards for Spencer Ware. And I hope everything is set up here right. Looks good. The broadcast is going. There's a pitch out to Ware. You don't want to see that too often. Well, he does an excellent guess wrong. This was last year maybe that he was not as good. The broadcast is going. I am screenshotting and all that. As I say that, I ruined that. Dennis now with a 2nd and 16. So the winner of this game makes the Battle Royale final. This is a money league. One of the reasons I don't play, number one, I've been cutting down my strat over the last year or two, as some of you may know. Like I left Samsa, for example. And that team could have been very good this year if I was going to draft Jordan Howard and make a run. Won't pass Ed Dixon. Defense gets a pass, 2 blitzes on. And it's incomplete to Mariota's card. it's just really weird for me to play these modern seasons with no dump off and compounding it, no white die 6. I was looking at Dennis's stats. Both Dennis and his opponent each completed less than 50% for the season. As a matter of fact, it was around 45%. I just don't know what game is being played when you're having those completion percentages in a 2016 NFL season. 45%. DeShone Kizer completed like 54 last year, and he was considered a disaster. 3rd and 16 for the Seahawks at the Ashland 28. Yeah, he'd be leading the league practically here with 54%. Linebacker draw for Spencer Ware. Only one linebacker behind. Nose tackle +1 and +12. 12-yard gain. Brandon Meadman is a 5. White die 6. Sets up a short field goal for Dennis. Adam Vinatieri from the 16. It'll be a 33-yarder. That's something good. Quick 3-0 lead for Dennis. Certainly one difference here from 35 years ago is the kickers that can actually make field goals. At Dennis had the #1 defense in the league. He's only good and average. And that was the wrong team. Oh, he's good and average. He's a 4-3. I thought he played 3-4. So he's got 4-3 cards with the 3-4 front. Some more chicanery for these Battle Royale / Summer Sprint leagues with some of this stuff. But okay. I remember Nathan Baylor saying he'd like to do doing that, having a good 4-3 defense, then playing a 3-4 front from it. Flat pass left to Jason Witten, incomplete on Andrew Luck's card. Now Dale, again, I was not in this season, so I'm not always sure. So I don't really know who's on what team. I don't know what the story was. I completely forgot about this game, so I didn't even get to really look at the standings much. But I know that Dale upset Rick Byron's excellent coach, always very successful, who was 12-3 in this season and lost in the playoffs, which is always rough. And that's how Dale showed up here. Showed up after Terrence Williams. Must-run sack, statistical sack of Andrew Luck by Zach Orr. Luck won't be getting sacked next year in Stratomatic because he won't be playing. No card. Where this is May of 2018, so we're still on the 2016 NFL season card set. The new one comes out when the NFL season starts, or about a month beforehand. So that'll be in early to mid-August. Only 3 months away. Wow. From the new Strat game. I think we're all ready for it as the spring leagues are winding up. We're about 6 or 7 weeks away from the release of the new ratings. Short pass to Le'Veon Bell. Picked off 2-4 with 4 men. What is going on here? Dennis screwed up badly. And unless it's what I'm watching, there is a problem here. Maybe it's because I'm watching this as a local game. I didn't see a draft league defensive card there. Hold on, gentlemen. I'm going to mute this and speak to Dennis. All right, fellas, I'm sorry about that. I didn't have the pregame file nor the league loaded. Dennis said he needed at least one of them. So Dennis's team defensive cards were showing up incorrectly for me. They were showing up as the stock Seahawks instead of the draft league Seahawks. But we're back in business. 1st and 10 for Dennis at the Ashland 11. I think Dennis intercepted Dale a few plays ago on 3rd and 10. $8:24 to go in the first half. Yep, there we go. Okay. So my apologies there. Flat pass right to Spencer Ware. Linebacker 6 is there. Defender X -3 or +4 to loss of 3 yards. And of course, my game crashes. Just came back. Can't have the game working. This might be because I did not load the pregame file. I just did the league. I think I had this experience once before. All kinds of fun here. Spell mode on. 17914. Microphone off. So I'm assuming they ran another play in the interim, but we left them at 2nd and 13, it looks like. And no, they didn't. Okay, 2nd and 13 for Dennis at the Ashland 14. I think I'm going to need the pregame file and to exit and get back in. Draw play to Spencer Ware gets wrong. 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 7 for Dennis. The Seahawks, or whatever he is. At the Ashland 8-yard line. Dale showing blitz. Dennis has 3rd and 7 at the Ashland 8. He leads 3-0. Big play here. You don't want to go down by more than 2 scores here in the first quarter against a team like Dennis's. Short pass, Greg Olsen. The blitz is on. Everyone's coming. I don't know what Dennis's pass blocking looks like, but down goes Mariota. It was a 3 on a 10. Von Miller on the defensive line for Ashland. That's going to get the job done. This looks like it might be the Cleveland offensive line for Dennis. And the kick is up and good from Vinatieri, but Dale weathers the storm, holds Dennis to a field goal after the interception, created bad field position for him. Jordan Tobin on the kick. He has a touchdown on 3. Dale down 6-0, but if you go take it out, you might get pinned inside your own 10. He's 9 yards deep into the end zone. What's he to do here? You might try and take it out with Dennis's defense and risk it because you're getting the touchdown on 3. So certainly a lengthy thought process here for Dale because I see absolutely nothing happening. I bet I crashed again. Unless he's clicking over to look at the Dennis's opponent KR. But I think I'm going to have to exit stage left, as it were, and get this going. Press Control key Alpha. Go to sleep. Wake up. Spell mode on. 17914. Go to sleep. And we've got Emerald left. Le'Veon Bell, short game. 19 yards in the first down. So Dale's driving. Whatever happened after that kickoff, Dale gained a couple of first downs in the ensuing minutes. I think we should have a good connection now because I do have the pregame file loaded. And Dale's got a 1st and 10 at Dennis's 28-yard line, 3:54 to go in the first quarter. So hopefully I can get the situation stabilized over here and call the rest of the game without incident. But Dale's gets us for our first extended look at his offense. Linebacker Le'Veon Bell, defense calls pass, 7 short gains, 16 yards in the first down. This reminds me a little of Dennis was playing a game the other night, and he was vacating the entire center of the field, the triangle of nose tackle and inside linebacker, because he was blitzing his right outside linebacker, who was a good pass rusher, sliding the right inside out to cover him. And the other guy's running and sometimes blitzing the inside linebacker. And the other guy's running inside draw plays, and then it's like, boy, he's really doing a good coaching job. I'm like, you're vacating the whole flats like every single play. How hard does it have to be for the guy to figure out, let me just run straight ahead and see what happens here? Dennis is a great coach, of course, but he likes to blitz. And that's what I'm seeing so far here as well. Left tackle left, Le'Veon Bell. Dennis likes to get pass a lot, maybe sometimes a little too much. And his defense is a good. Now it's showing up properly. That's what I thought it was. And you've got a 2nd and 5 for Dale at Dennis's 7. Blocking back one halfback. Dale happens to have both the Dallas receivers and the Dallas tight end group, which is led by Jason Witten. Short pass, Des Bryant, defense showing blitz. Picked off, 2 to 5, 11-12. Intercepted in the end zone. I don't know. He's been getting pass every play. I don't know if you want to throw at the good defense inside the 10 with Andrew Luck on short pass right. It has some interceptions on the card. That kills what was a beautiful drive. Dale's got to be kicking his heels. On the other hand, you only have one running back. You don't want to get run keyed. So I understand what he's thinking. Sometimes you're damned if you do, damned if you do, and damned if you don't. But Dennis will take it. 1st and 10 at his own 20. Long pass, Ed Dixon. There's a 6 back there. Dixon only covered by 4, however. Mariota not bad with the interceptions, but the defense would be a decent chance for Dale on a 7. And down goes Mariota again. Von Miller once more eating Sean Laval's breakfast, lunch, and dinner with 2 sacks in the first quarter here for the perennial All-Pro, potential Hall of Famer. Ashland goes good with a 3-4. As does Dennis. 2nd down and 17. Now, Ware's got short gains, a lot on the card. Mariota can run it. Emerald left, Spencer Ware. Defensive 5. Offensive onside guard +8 or +3. That's Sean Laval missing the block. He's having a rough first quarter. You have a lot of rough quarters when you're only a 4-3 guard. 3rd and 14 for the Shuriken. Now, Dennis leads 6-0. He doesn't like to get conservative, to not take a shot at the first down, so to speak. And Dale goes 3-4. Dale, what are you doing? He's inviting Dennis to throw the ball down the field. Dennis is likely to take up the invitation. Could see either short pass to Evans, who's got the good yardage, or a short or long pass to Evans, or a long pass to Dixon. Or a short pass to Dixon with defender extra short game possibility. Something that can net Dennis 14 or more yards. We know Olsen will be double teamed. Long pass Spencer Ware. He's covered by 6. No, he's covered by 4. 6 is incomplete. But, oh, I didn't recognize Ashland had the proper double team on there, because there was a linebacker double team on Olsen and the free safety double teaming Ware, who's covered by 4. So Dennis will have to punt it. Dale might get some good field position out of this. McAfee's a good punter, 52 yards down inside the 40 for Quan Bray. And Bray gets a 7-yard return. So Dale's got it at his own 39. He trails 6-0, but he had a wonderful drive last time. Last possession. A lot of running from Le'Veon Bell. Let's see if he can get that going again. Dennis has been blitzing the right outside, who I think is an 11. He's at 10. That's Terrell Suggs. He's been blitzing him and sliding the inside out. Dale's been running inside with Le'Veon Bell. Very fine run blocking for Dale here. 4.56, 4.65. So especially on his right side, but that's the strong side of Dennis's line. Dale's only 4.45 on the left. Linebacker Le'Veon Bell, offensive onside guard, offensive left guard rather, plus 5-0. Andy Levitra makes the block. 5 against a 4 on the white die. Flat pass left to Jason Witten. Linebacker zone, extra short gain. It's a short gain. Terrell Suggs stayed home that time, but he's a 0 against the pass here in the later part of his career. And just like that, 2 plays, Dale's across midfield. He's at the Shuriken 40. We're starting the second quarter. He trails 6-0. I think Dale might have only been 9-7, but he's got a pretty good team. You can see, and he beat Rick, and he's doing well here against Dennis, even though he trails 6-0. 2 interceptions from Andrew Luck in the first quarter. And run left, Le'Veon Bell. Defense gets his run, but nobody's there. Offensive onside tackle's only a 4. Jake Matthews can't make the block. He might be a 5-7 next year. We'll find out soon enough. I should look at the calendar in the middle of this playoff game and see what date July 4th is here. Wake up. Spell mode off. July 4th, come 2018. Microphone off. That is on a Wednesday. Well, that'll be interesting for Stratomatic. 2nd and 10 for Dale. I didn't even miss a play. Cool. He's at Dennis's 40. Left tackle right, Jordan Todman. Linebacker in zone, -2 +3. -2. C.J. Mosley. He is a 66. So now you got a 3rd and 12 for Dale at Dennis's 42. Would he dare do a draw play? He goes 3 wide, so you're probably not going to do a draw with Jordan Todman there. He does have a good short gain number. Somewhere on right, I think, on the 9 maybe. Dennis has a middle linebacker 6. He might blitz the right outside. Left tackle right to Todman, gains 9 yards, gets wrong. But what you like here is this sets up Dale with an opportunity to go for it, and I'm sure he will. 4th and 3 from Dennis's 33. You're in no man's land. Oh, come on, Dale. What are you thinking about? Call the formation. You got to go for it. So 4th down and 3 for the Ashland Eagles at the Shuriken 33-yard line. Dennis going 3-4 from the base 4-3, I believe. Dale would like to run and run at that 4. His blocking is not that strong there. Dennis has been blitzing that 0. Could see a blitz to the 0 on the right inside sliding out. Maybe an off tackle for Bell to Dale's left might be the play. Linebacker Bell, run key on the end run column because they're going to do that. There's no linebackers in the middle, but no gain on Bell's own card. Play is stopped. And a good call by Dennis. Bell still had some good yardage there. Some good chances. 1, 4, 9, 13, 16 chances on his own card for 3 yards or more. And Dennis gets back at his own 33. Off tackle left, Spencer Ware guessed correctly, a loss of 1. Second down and 11 for Seattle. Second down and 11. Dennis likes to stay with the run. You know he wants to sprinkle in a Mariota and run somewhere. Flat pass left to Spencer Ware. Defense double teaming. 2-minute zone. Defender X -2 or +1. A 2-yard loss. Von Miller covering Spencer. Von Miller doing it all here in the early going. Covering Spencer Ware. Drills him for a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and 13 for Seattle. So Dennis had a good early drive to start the game, and his offense has kind of struggled since. It's still only the early second quarter, and this is a defensive rule set. But, these are 2016 cards, so the pass rush isn't dominating the pass slot blocking like it is in 1980. The flat pass is much more effective. There are fewer interceptions. So even though it's a defensive rule set, there's still a little more of a modern feel to the play calling, certainly. 3rd and 13, short pass to Mike Evans, single coverage against a 5. Only 3 men in the zone. Dale might regret that. And receiver guessed right, incomplete. Evans is maxed out, but that's still only 22 units on a short pass right out of 36. And Dennis left to punt it. Pat McAfee comes out again, this time from his own 30, 4th and 13. 53-yard kick. That'll be inside the 20. Quan Bray down around his own 17-yard line. Returns it for 7 yards again. And Dale's got 1st and 10 at his own 24. Now, Dale's had a couple of nice drives, but he's got no points. And this feels like the point in the game where suddenly you get, a 3 and out or a 4 and out. Our offense generally isn't going to just keep going drive after drive the length of the field. He's been doing it mostly on the ground, but Le'Veon Bell is not unlimited, and he's probably his only good back. Well, he's Jordan Todman. But you have to be more pass first with Todman in there because his guest right card is not good. Short pass, Jason Witten, defense double team elsewhere. Picked off 2 to 5 on the 12. 3rd interception of the game. This one on Dennis's defensive card, just like the last one was. Seattle to Ashland 39. Dennis is going to try to run it in. I'm not seeing any return here. Gets a 20-yard, 25-yard return for Jaleel Live and Let It Die. And it's 1st and 10, Seattle, the Ashland 14. Dennis looking good in his bid to return to the Battle Royale Super Bowl, try to win another championship. Sure best Mike Evans, single coverage, defender X, touchdown, a white die 6, beats a 5. Logan Ryan could not make the play. And just like that, 12-0. Let's see if Dennis goes for 1 or for 2. Anyway, 1st and goal from the 2 for Seattle. Oh, no, he's going for 2 here. He's going to make it 14-0. Short pass, Greg Olson, play action form, incomplete. So it stays 12-0. I was wondering what was going on there. I started daydreaming. The kick goes down to the 4. Todman brings it out to the 32. 28-yard return. So Dale has to feel like he's snake bit. 3 picks for Luck in the first half, 2 in his own end and 1 in the end zone. I mean, 2 pretty much around his own 20-25. Flat pass right, Le'Veon Bell, defense calls pass. Linebacker in zone is incomplete. Albert McClellan, Dennis has the Baltimore linebackers. Makes the play. He's a 5 against the white dive 4. Sure, Jason Witten gets right, complete. Luck trying to redeem himself, but he's got a long way to go in that department. 3 of 8 for 42 yards and 3 interceptions. 1st and 10 for Ashland at their own 45. Couldn't blame Dale for being a little gun shy. Flat pass left, Le'Veon Bell. Double team correctly. Picked off clean on the defense's card. This could be run back on the flat pass interception. It's not. It's a 12-yard return by the defensive end, Adolphus Washington. As Dennis has the Buffalo defensive line. Dale commenting on the entertainment value for his club so far in this game, as they're -4 in the old interceptions department. Not the way you want to go in the game's first 18 minutes. Short pass, Mike Evans. This one's broken up by Ryan. As we approach the midway point of the second quarter. Short pass, Mike Evans being double teamed by the linebacker. Receiver gets right, is complete. It looks like it might be one of those games for the Eagles. Down 12-0. They've thrown 4 interceptions, giving up a double pass right completion. Short pass to Ed Dixon. Defeats the defender for 17 yards in the first down. Mariota's 8 of 12 for 81 yards, a touchdown and no interceptions. Dennis is at Ashland's 4-yard line. And handoff to Spencer Ware gets wrong. Touchdown Ware, 18-0 Shuriken. They'll probably stay with the extra point now for a while. It is up and good, 19-0. That is a lot to come back from against a coach like Dennis and a defensive role set with a good defensive team. Here's the kickoff down to the 3. Jordan Todman brings it out 29 yards to the 32. Blocking back 1 halfback for Dale. Emma left, Le'Veon Bell gets wrong, gains 3 yards, 2nd and 7. I recently returned to this game EVE Online that I used to play like a madman from like 2010 to 2012. But I'm playing it more casually now, just checking to see if there are any fleets out. 2nd and 7. It's a space game. Off tackle left to Le'Veon Bell, gets wrong 7 yards in the first down. You should Google it, EVE Online. It's unlike pretty much anything you've ever played or heard of before. It's not easily explained. First and 10 for Ashland at their own 42. Looking past the Des Bryant defense calls run. 11-yard completion for Luck. As Ashland crosses midfield, they've had some success moving the ball until Luck throws a pick. And 19-0, 5 minutes to go. They're all going to get the ball to start the second half. You just need to get on the board with this drive, get a score and a stop, and then see what happens. Everyone left, Le'Veon Bell, 8 yards. Second and 2. What's a problem for them is that Bell's going to run out of attempts. With Dennis with this big lead, and Dennis calling pass a lot, and Bell playing well, 11 carries, 74 yards. Only has 16 carries left. Okay. Linebacker Andrew Luck to save a carry. Nose tackle 0 plus 5, no gain. Marcel Darius 5 on 5 makes the play. Now it's 3rd and 2 for Dale at Dennis's 39. Dale will go for it here if he fails to convert, barring a sack. He's been running effectively. Yes, I know that Dennis knows that. Maybe a flat pass at McClellan's side again. Short pass, Terrence Williams, people double teaming elsewhere. Receiver gets right, incomplete. Williams is a 1926 guy. As Dale goes from 2nd and 2 to 4th and 2. Short pass, Terrence Williams. Defense gets a short yardage. Receiver gets wrong. Complete for 16 yards. And a first down to Terrence Williams down to the 23. Only 3 minutes to go in the first half now. Dale is not worried about the clock. He wants to get into the end zone here. Interesting if he gets in, if he goes for 2. Technically, he could be down 3 scores. Well, he's down 3 scores anyway, but technically 2 touchdowns, each with a 2-point conversion. And a field goal gets you to 19. But that's if you're going to shut Dennis out. And it's only the first half. Linebacker Le'Veon Bell, double box in play. Right guard +7 or +2. Chris Chester makes the block, even though he's only a 4. And we have a 2nd and 3 for Ashland at the Shuriken 16. How much do you think Dale's thinking, I really don't want to throw a short pass? The way Luck's been getting picked off, 4 times intercepted here in the first half. And he's down in the red zone where he was intercepted before. Off tackle right for D'Angelo Williams. 3-yard gain. First down for Ashland. Short pass, Terrence Williams. Defender extra short game broken up by Patrick Peterson, of course, who is a perennial 6. Luck 5 of 13 for 69 yards, 4 interceptions. We're inside the 2-minute warning, 1:52 to go. 2nd and 10 for Ashland at the Seattle 13. Dale needs this touchdown. Well, getting on the board will be good, but the touchdown, of course, is what you want when you're down 19-0 late in the first half. Get a touchdown, stop Dennis to the last minute of the half. You get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. You can make it a game again. But it's got to start here. As Jordan Todman I keep calling him Jordan, which isn't even a name. Jordan Todman checks in. Off tackle left to Todman. Dennis Runke in a different zone. Todman loses 2 on his own card. 10 is the short game, right or wrong. I think that would have been a touchdown on Andrew Luck. If I remember his short pass card. Of course, I have Luck in my 2 fall leagues. Both of them each of them will be looking for a quarterback this year. 3rd and 12 for Ashland at the Shuriken 15. Short pass, Des Bryant. Defense double team elsewhere. Must run fumble and the sack recovered by Dennis. Come on, Dennis. This is what I changed my. This is what I showed up for. Are you kidding me? A must run sack fumble for Dale's 5th turnover of the game. Left tackle right to Charchandrick West. Then it takes over at his own 13 following the sack fumble of Andrew Luck. Not a pass rush sack. A must run. First of all, 2 to 10 is positive yardage. A must run 0-yard sack fumble. Well, pass Mike Evans, must run for Mariota, 10 yards in the first down. And yet Dale's still not out of it. I mean, it's only the first half, so it's hard to really get out of it in the first half of a football game unless you go down about 31-0. So he's not out of it, but he doesn't feel like he's in it. I'll tell you that much. Well, you have 5 interceptions. I'm sorry, you have 5 turnovers in the first half. You might only get 10, 11, 12 possessions the whole game. Long pass, Spencer Ware, defender up to plus 27, defended by 4. It's complete, 27 yards in the first down. Mariota to Spencer Ware. And Dennis is down at Dale's 42, 37 seconds left. He calls his second timeout. You know that Dale's got more turnovers than Mariota has incompletions. Dale's got 5 turnovers. Mariota's 9 of 13. Short pass, Ed Zixon must run for 9 yards. Conveniently, no fumble. Makes it 2nd down and 1 for Shuriken for Seattle. At the Ashland 33, 22 seconds left. Dennis is not shy. Long pass, Ed Dixon, defense calls run. Defensive back end zone's a 6. Devin McCourty. So now it's 4th and 1. Fourth and 1 for Dennis at Ashland 33. And he's going to try the field goal with Vinatieri. It's up and good, 22-0. Dennis had it. Oh, it was 4th down. That's right. 22-0. 38 seconds to go in the half. Dennis goes for the squib kick to keep it away from the dangerous Todman. Des Bryant, who's probably not out there in the NFL, returns it for 7 yards. So Dale decides to go into, victory formation. In this case, defeat formation. And does a linebacker with Andrew Luck to run out the last play of the first half. It's 22-0 Seattle at halftime. Dale will get the ball. To start the third quarter, at least temporarily. I don't want to lose you, baby. Since the break, I'm listening to Eric Clapton's song now. Bell Bottom Blues. From, I think, Derek and the Dominoes. Do you want to see me crawl across the floor? Do you? Can't help but singing along. I'm listening to it. Do you want to hear me beg you to take me back? I'll gladly do it because I don't want to fade away. I'm sorry, Dennis. Sorry for ruining the game. We're singing at halftime. It's a halftime show. That's right. There we go. It's all right. Do you want to see me crawl across the floor? Do you? Do you want to hear me beg you to take me back? I'll gladly do it because not exactly Michael Reeves with the national anthem. I can carry a tune. Good acoustics in the shower. I don't want to. And we're back to the relief of anyone listening. Dennis pointing out interception, turnover on downs, interception, fumble. 2 of the turnovers in the red zone, and only 1 of them from a good call, which was the double team of Le'Veon Bell. And Dale says, yes, it's ruined the game, unfortunately. Now it's tough. You make the playoffs, you win a game with a big upset, and then you get 5 first-half turnovers. And Dale called a bad game from what I've seen. You know? Anywho, 1st and 10 for Dale at his own 34. As Andrew Luck, no shame in his game. Short pass wrong, intercepted 2 or incomplete. He rolled a 3. Incomplete. If Dennis, I guess, passed, that would have been interception. Number 6. And there was much rejoicing on the Ashland sideline. Flat pass right, Jeff Swain. Receiver gets right, 5 yards. We have not seen a receiver fumble from Dell's offense. That should be forthcoming. Maybe a fumble for maybe a fumble for Le'Veon Bell. 3rd and 5. 3 wide, 1 halfback. As a light drain begins to fall down here in New York. 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Flat pass right, Cole Beasley. Linebacker in zone, extra Shoka, and incomplete. So Dale goes 3 and out this time. We haven't seen much punting from him, and a big treat for him as he gets to punt it to Tyreek Hill, already trailing 22-0. I'm kind of setting up the touchdown here, I think, on the 3. Might as well punt it away, I guess. What do you do? You're damned if you do here in this game with Dale. Nothing's working, so Whatever I try is going to fail. So watch it. Which way would I prefer failing? Like a 15-yard coffin corner punt or a punt return for a touchdown? Probably the 15-yard coffin corner. I don't know. He punts it away. He gets a 20. He gets a 28-yard punt on a 12. What else is new? And a 25-yard return. So nice 3-yard net. Strat guards. So I normally don't take time to stop and type something in because it interrupts the broadcast. But I think Dennis will be the only one listening. It's 22-0. He's driving. This is a rough one. 5 first half turnovers, a 3-yard net punt early in the second quarter. Spell mode off. Dennis likes to save that for my rebuilding teams, Dale. Select to say that. Choose to. I believe he said he thinks it's fun. Smiley face. Microphone off. Dennis, don't put the score up. Don't run the score up on me. Like my 7 for 28 opponent did. Was that Michael Reeves? See, I should not have helped Michael with the coaching. Now his team's doing well. He's talking trash now. Hey, I matched Rich with the 2 best coaches around, is what he said. Now, I'm not putting myself on Dennis' level, but I think it might have been Michael Reeves running up the score on Dale. I should have known what I was dealing with here. No, 21-13. Oh, 42-14. That was probably Lawrence. Kansas City at San Francisco. And Smith for 28 running at the score. So I missed a touchdown for Dennis. Sorry, Dennis. Trying to stay awake. I'm tired. I'm still in my other wheelchair. I need to shower and get out of it. 29-0 Shuriken. How's the weather? Maybe I should go back to singing Eric Clapton. I got to find a way to pipe in the music and the effects for shows and YouTube videos. I'm not, it's something I'd like to do, but I'm not interested enough to actually research it and make it happen. Maybe I should talk to that guy in Samsva who did the great Super Bowl prep video when I played tennis a couple years ago over there. Is it Steven? Is it Steve DeWitt? Is it Steven? Midway through the third quarter, Dale's trailing 29-0. Fourth and 9. The networks would not be happy with this game. Be a lot of flicking. Maybe the Godfather showing on a different channel. Another 25-yard return from Tyreek. Great punt return card. So third and fourth, Dennis flat pass short gain to Chandrick West for 14 yards. To the Ashland 42. It's 29-0. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Dennis running clock with West. I think the other final just got underway. Is it maybe Butch against somebody? Might be David Patrick against somebody. Maybe. Just out of the fourth quarter, it's 32-0. Luck will put it past to Bryant there, got him across midfield. I have the Battle Royale. Player folder now. Oh, Joe Golden against David Patrick. I know Joe Golden's from New Jersey, and I know Dave's an East Coast guy. Woodbridge, I think, is in New Jersey. I think I've heard of Woodbridge, New Jersey. This could be totally wrong. So it could be the battle of New Jersey, just like the Battle of Trenton in the Revolutionary War. 240 years later. Joe Golden and David Patrick reenacting the Battle of Trenton on the fields of Battle Royale. And I believe that game's underway. David getting ready to either throw an interception or an incomplete pass on the upcoming play. So David, I'm at Dale. Andrew Luck, Chris Ballard's been talking as though it's a foregone conclusion that Andrew Luck will be back and healthy. Like Florio takes the approach of, you know what, until I see Andrew Luck out there throwing the ball and looking normal, I'm not going to listen to anything the Colts have to say. Now, Chris Ballard wasn't there last year for this. But as Dale turned it over on downs. But he said today that, one thing he likes about Andrew right now is that Andrew is a great player with a chip on his shoulder. And, he might have a chip in his shoulder, I think is the problem. But I don't know. I'm an Andrew Luck owner, and I right now I have to feel like I don't have any confidence that he will be my future quarterback. I've got two teams. One of them is good otherwise, is good all around otherwise, and is young enough and has a lot of talent. And they might have to look for a successor. The other team is not that good at all. It needs Andrew Luck, so they'll probably wait a year. I'll probably have a terrible year this year. I'll probably make my team as bad as humanly possible, have an awful season. And if Luck comes back next year, I can make my decision. Or maybe draft a quarterback next year with, Darnold and Mayfield and those guys at the top of the draft, possibly. Or make a trade next year. Nine minutes to go, 32-0. So I believe Michael Reeves is calling that other game, Woodbridge versus New Jersey. And it won't be long until the championship game is upon us. This game ever ends, maybe I can play a game tonight. They played briskly. It's just, it's been so one-sided for quite a while here. Tough to maintain your focus. 5:24 to go. Spelman. He only has number 2 fewer first downs than you. Microphone off. But probably almost all in the first half. Microphone off. Type golf. Type Charlie. Microphone off. Oh boy. This broadcast should be deleted. 32-0. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Spelman off. Dennis is so accustomed to running up the score. He's now not sure. Scratch that. He's not sure when a field goal try is okay. Strike that. A field goal try is acceptable. Late hyphen game etiquette. Move right 2 words. Move left 1 word. Late hyphen game. Undo that. Move left 1. Late hyphen game. Game. Go to sleep. Wake up. Spell mode off. Spell mode on. Hotel Mike, dot. Go to sleep. Wake up. Spell mode off. That team has 3 first half round picks next year. Go to sleep. Well, this will be it. 30 seconds left. Even Dennis might not be listening to the end of this one. 32-0. But Dale's got the ball. Got a chance to get on the board, actually. Avoid the shutout, but we'll be ending the broadcast in a minute. Congratulations to Dennis on another trip to a championship game. And Andrew Luck gets hit with his 5th interception of the game. Well, that's it. Congratulations to Dennis. He wins this one quite easily. 32-0. Called a good game. There's always a lot of bad breaks for Dale, though. 5 first half turnovers, another one in the 6th. In the second half, a 3-yard net punt. And that's it. 32-0. Dennis, congratulations. Makes the Battle Royale Finals. Congratulations to Dale on a good season, an upset of Rick in the previous round, and that'll be it for this one. A little anticlimactic. I do have to do some things, so I have to run. But congratulations, Dennis. And we'll see who makes the Super Bowl here in Battle Royale. Bye-bye.